Hi guys, welcome to another video. I just shouted at my dad a little bit because he pissed me off. Even though I know I'm not supposed to do it, but anyways, getting into the video. இன்னைக்கு வந்து நான் என்ன பேச போறேன்னா, it's the divide that I have seen for myself, that I've experienced for myself in our Indian community in Singapore, right? The reason why I'm talking about it is because it has always bothered me. It has confused me, you know. And it doesn't really make sense to me, and I just feel like it's only right to talk about it because I want to know your opinions, and hopefully we can create conversations on this and try to understand why we behave in such a manner, why we put certain people down, why do we look up to certain people just because of their identity as an Indian something. You know what I'm saying? So let's get in the video, right? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is my local school experience. So I did local school up till I was 16 years old, and school is of course the first place that I got to socialize with different races, and different cultures, different religions and all that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, so primary school I felt like there was always this tension between like Singaporean Tamils who've been here for generations and Singaporean Tamils like us who are the first generation, in Singapore. And this is something that I never understood because it's like namma ellarume Tamil people and we all share similar culture, similar roots, almost same in that sense. Maybe our differences are like 0.001%. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and the thing is, literally like, because every time when I spoke Tamil, because நான் Tamil பேசினாலே வந்து அதில் of course ஒரு strong Tamil accent இருக்கு. Why? The reason behind that is because my grandparents are in India. My like 90% of my family is in India. So அதனால அவங்க பேசுகிற தமிழ் தான் நான் கேட்டு நான் வளர்ந்தேன், correct? So என்னால் அந்த மாதிரி தான் I can talk Tamil. Even at home we talk Tamil like that, correct? So my Tamil accent was really, really strong, is really, really strong in that sense. So every time, especially in Tamil class and all that, when I'll talk my version of Tamil, people will make fun of me because apparently I sound too uru, too Indian. And I have seen this for myself where எங்களை மாதிரி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் நாங்கள் பேசினா because அதுவும் எங்களுக்குலாம் like for me personally I love Tamil, I love the Tamil language, correct? Because it's my roots, and I love my mother tongue. That's the thing, because it sounds so nice. நான் பேசும்போது it's like it sounds so nice. It's so nice for the ears, correct? But over the எங்களை மாதிரி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் பேசும்போது people look down on us. We get made fun for talking like that. So அதனால என்ன வந்துருதுன்னா, எனக்கு என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா, எனக்கு பயம் வந்துடுச்சு. Every time I want to talk in Tamil, I started to get scared because I was like, I really want to do this, but I'm scared people will make fun of me. I'm scared people will make fun of me, like when I speak Tamil. And the thing is, teachers don't really do much about this also, even Tamil teachers. So primary school wasn't so bad though, because it was a very controlled school, very regulated, So that was still not as bad in primary school. But when I stepped into secondary school, number one, I didn't enter top schools in Singapore. So adunala what happens if you don't enter top schools in Singapore? Quality of teachers, they decrease, they do. Value system kind of decreases. I mean, at least through my experience. The environment, the kind of people that you meet, the quality of those people also kind of decreases compared to a top school. That's how it is. So now I enter my secondary school, and anga vanda I was very, very passionate about Tamil, especially when I was in primary school, and I used to go for all kinds of competitions. And அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த பயம் ஆனால் கொஞ்சம் இருந்துச்சு. What if people make fun of me, correct? அதுக்கப்புறமா நான் செகண்டரி ஸ்கூல் போனேன். செகண்டரி ஸ்கூல் got way worse. என்ன ஆச்சா, நான் ஒவ்வொரு தடவை நான் தமிழ் பேசும்போது, right, they were like, but this is not the right Tamil you're talking in. Like, why you so uru? I have a question for you all. When you all say uru, right, நீங்கள் எந்த ஊரை பற்றி பேசுறீங்க? Do you all even know? Like, when you say uru, this is the thing. What is uru? Okay, and next, ஊருன்னு சொல்லும்பொழுது, Ur is such a beautiful place. Remember, you were also from that same Ur. I guess when you say Ur, you're talking about also Indian. You know what I'm saying? So I guess when you're saying, oh, she's from Ur, you're trying to say that, oh, I'm very villagey, like my Tamil is so strong, isn't it? But remember, you guys also, like, you guys are Indian at roots, and your great-grandfather or your grandparents, your forefathers migrated from India and they settled in Singapore, just before us. That's all the difference, correct? So I don't understand. Yeah, na Tamil pesambodhu, you're out there making fun of my Tamil and my Tamil accent. Correct? Like, how is that okay is what I don't understand. See, in secondary school it was so bad because every time you asked, like, read Tamil paragraphs and passages in front of the class, and I will be so scared because it's like, but what if these people, they make fun of my Tamil because na Tamil na solla matte, but I'll say Tamil because that's the right pronunciation, correct? So nalla Vale Param, correct? Like normally when people do they play Vale Palam, Adanal, correct? Like the Tamil is actually broken. So when I read Tamil, I will pronounce every like Tamil word properly because that's how I want my readings to be, correct? And அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப பயமா இருக்கும் because number one, people will make fun, and Tamil teachers they didn't care. In my secondary school they didn't care about people making fun and everything. All they cared about was Tamil class ku vandingala or A vaangittu ponga. All they cared about was grades. To be honest, I didn't really learn much there. I was learning more about Tamil at home than in school in itself, correct? And another thing is that I will always volunteer to go for Tamil competitions. People in my class, they weren't so supportive of it. Tamil class, they weren't that supportive of it. They were like, why you so like Tamil? Why you love Tamil too much? Like, what's wrong with that? Tamil is their language, number language. What's wrong with that? It's what I don't understand. And then, see, in school it's like that. And then when you grow up, you become an adult. Everyone goes, oh, I'm Tamil. What do you mean? But you made fun of me for liking Tamil so much. And right now you're out there going like, oh, I'm Tamil. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, it's some thing, but like, it's I don't know. I find it so confusing. Like in school, you can make fun of people who used to love Tamil, and now you're an adult, and you're like, oh, I'm Tamil. What? I don't get it. So that's the thing. Like I see this divide, this tension, right, between Singaporean Tamils who've been here for generations and Tamils like us who are first generations. Just because of the way we speak and the way we do things. Okay, maybe we're more traditional. Maybe we just have stricter things to follow because that's how it is at home, and we can't avoid. And this is the thing, right? So na Singapore la mattum dhaan vandu I feel like I've personally felt this because I mean, I've visited the UK, I've gone to America, and when you see the Tamils, first of all, I'm Indian pathale, oh my god, you're Indian, great, let's converse. Like, what type of Indian are you, what language do you speak? We share our values, we share what we are. Adu Tamil people pathra like, wow, and enga irukkinga, என்ன மாதிரி ஃபுட் நீங்கள் சாப்பிடுங்க, தமிழ் கடை எங்கே இருக்குது, தமிழ் ட்ரெஸ்ஸஸ், ஐ மீன் நம்ம மாதிரி பீப்புள் ட்ரெஸ்ஸஸ் போடுற ஷாப்ஸில் எங்கே இருக்குது, தமிழ் கடை ஓனர்ஸ் உள்ள ஷாப்ஸ் எங்கே இருக்குது, like we'll have this whole like bond going on. But then in Singapore, we have a tension in our Tamil community itself. How is that okay? Like since young I faced it, and it felt as if something was wrong with me for me speaking the more purer version of Tamil also. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I can't understand. And if you guys can relate, please do comment, please do like, because I want you to know that you're not alone in this, because I know how much bullying can take place just because of the way you speak Tamil, or just because you're labeled as India Tamil or Uru Tamil. You know what I'm saying? Adunala enna aduna, because Tamil people like us, what we do, what happens is to Tamil people like us is that we start putting on a mask, like we are also like these Tamils who've been here for generations, correct? And that's just sad because it's like I did that for a while. I lost my identity as who I was, and I faked to be someone else, which is completely not okay. And this is why essentially I'm making this video, because I want you guys to know that நீங்க எந்த மொழி பேசினாலும், நீங்க எந்த மாதிரி தமிழை பேசினாலும், it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you own who you are. உங்க ஐடென்டிட்டியை நீங்க வெளி வந்து நீங்க காட்டுங்க. And yeah, maybe a lot of people are not going to support you, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you value yourself, you value your opinions, and you value your thoughts. That is more important. You are respecting yourself for who you are. Adudha is more important. So don't even bother like trying to fit into a certain like box, or like I'm a local Tamil, or like, oh, I'm like from India Tamil, or like, oh, like I'm whitewashed, so na Tamile pesa maten. Like you don't have to box yourself, just be who you are. And I guess whatever you have, like it will help in different situations, like because na Tamil ஒழுங்கா பேசினனால today I'm in India and I'm able to converse properly. At least like my Tamil itself is considered very basic down there. So அதனால நான் பேசுறது நிறைய பேருக்கு அங்க புரியாது in Tamil Nadu, correct? So that's the thing. But still, it has helped me down there. அதனால I'm able to survive in Tamil Nadu today. Yeah, so that's that. Like everything shapes you into, you know, for like the future you. In that sense, you can use your abilities and your qualities in different situations and different environments. So that's the thing. Just own who you are. You really don't have to fit into a certain like community structure, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like, since Tamils, right, to those Tamil people, you've been here for generations, sometimes I just feel like you could be a bit more accommodating to Tamil people like us, because the thing is, see, number one, எங்கள மாதிரி, you know, immigrants, first generation Tamil people in Singapore, number one is எங்களுக்கு வீட்டு சூழ்நிலையே வந்து கொஞ்சம் ரொம்ப ஸ்டேபிளாக இருக்காது. Because why? Because our parents are also new to this entire environment, you know. My parents, they had their fair share of struggle down here, you know, trying to like adapt to this culture, this environment, you know, at the age of like 25 plus and all that. And அதனாலேயே நிறைய tensions வீட்டில் இருக்கும், correct? அப்புறம் இன்னொன்று என்னன்னா வந்து, for us, you know, because we are also not used to this culture, so you know, we also have a hard time since primary school trying to socialize with other races and all that. So maybe it could be a bit more accommodating in that sense, at least not make fun of our Tamil accent, right? Like Tamil accent, it's such a minute thing. There shouldn't even be a divide in that, right? So I really do not like it when people say, oh, she's Uru Tamilan, or like, oh, she's like the Singaporean local Tamilan, like she's more cool and she's just gross. What is that? It's not right. I feel it's not right, but I really would love to hear your opinions on that and how you feel, because I've been really hurt because of that. You know, I've literally took it to heart, and adhanala I stopped doing what I loved, which was going for Tamil competitions, because also like when I was 14, 15, no one was there to support me also. Adutha, I'm going to talk about the divide between the South and the North Indians, and this is something that I faced being in an international school, right? So this is the thing. So the South Indians are basically considered the dark ones, the poorer ones. I don't know, I just feel like some people have this stereotype where like South Indians are darker skinned people, are just more, I don't know, traditional people, I guess, and more like poorer people, and North Indians are the fair ones, are the more rich ones, and the more cool ones. This is not right, you know. So I remember in the international school itself, right, Tamil people, they won't be happy being Tamil. They will literally consider it as an embarrassment, because I think over there it's more of like, oh, like, you know, if you're like the fair Indian, which then equates to North Indian, I guess, then you're like the more prettier, the cooler one, which just, it never made sense to me, you know what I'm saying? And also, just to put it out there, see, whether you're a South or a North Indian, we've got all kinds of skin colors in every community in India, pretty much, right? So just within the South Indian community itself, you have fair skinned people also, and not just dark skinned people, correct? And you should never ever associate skin color with how wealthy someone is or how gorgeous someone looks. That's just, we shouldn't be doing that right now in the 21st century, and with so many movements like Unfair and Lovely and Lift Into. No, it's just not right to ever say that. I just feel like the small differences among our community itself, sometimes I feel like it's just so magnified, and then I feel like I don't even belong in my own community, you know, and then I'm there like just trying to search for people who are my kind. And you know, I lost myself in that process, and I mean, my soul died because I didn't know where I could fit in, you know. I couldn't. And it was so hard on me though, like growing up, honestly. This is just something that I've felt, and I would really, really be happy if you guys can relate, and you know, maybe like, you know, also comment like your opinions on this. Just feel like I've never really had the chance to have a conversation on this with anyone in itself. But I feel like it has to be addressed, because I feel like the differences that we see in our community itself, it shouldn't be so magnified, you know. All the more we have to come together. I think to start off, it could be as simple as, when someone talks the way they do not make fun of them. It's just not nice, because it could scar them for life, it could scar them forever, and it could break their confidence, you know, and they might hate themselves because of that, which is not right. So yeah, so just embrace whoever you are, embrace your identity. You know, நீங்க இந்தியால இருந்து நீங்க வந்து இங்க படிக்கிறீங்கன்னா, it's honestly a great thing, you know, because I know how tough it is, you know, being a migrant here and trying to adapt to everything. It's a great thing, really, you know. All the more it shows that you have so much strength out there, right? And just be yourself. You don't have to put on that mask. Just it doesn't help in the long term, pretty much, you know. I faced it, you know, and all that. So yeah, so I mean, yeah, so that's it. This is literally what I wanted to talk, the divides in our Indian community. So yeah, there we go, and until next video, bye bye. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, essentially. Bye, yeah? Until the next video, நம்ம பார்க்கலாம் சரியா